to the Yeah Come On show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on. And the Yeah Come On show is going to be out and about actually tomorrow night. This just in, it was a quickie, and it comes to us from a dear friend that ran Hooters and is now helping Hooters. We now know that the company that purchased it from the Brooks family has run it in the ground a little bit.
I guess some private equity.
Yeah.
And that's the complaint that a lot of these chain restaurants, they get bought private equity, they go cut costs, they go changing things, and then people are dissatisfied.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
And here we are.
But they've got it back.
Well, what they did is they bought back what they could. I think this thing, without me, I'll just speak. I don't have to be, it may be out there, but let's just say it was a couple $100 million to bail out. There's about 7, 8 guys that own franchises that did this, and now they're running the company, and they want things going back kind of the way that they were. They're going to go back to the old Hooters owl. They changed the owl.
Yeah.
The private equity company changed the owl.
Yeah, like they tried to do with the Crackle Barrel logo.
Can't do that.
People wouldn't stand for it.
Nope. So we're back to the old owl, and we're back to good old Southside Steve. And tomorrow night, I will be at the Mall of Georgia. There it is. And I'm giving away 2 pair of tickets to the World Match, Jeff.
World Match, yeah.
It happens to be in town.
Yeah.
You can put it together.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, did you get yourself a cup of coffee today?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure you got a cup of coffee. But we'll be having the World Match.
You mean wait? You don't want to say the brand name of coffee I had?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's the World Match. So if you want tickets, there are games in Atlanta. Matter of fact, today my brothers, their sons, and a couple of cousins are doing like a Rickman party 3 blocks away from my old loft where I lived.
You can say where they're going.
They're going to the World Cup.
Yeah, they're going to the World Cup. But what you're doing at Hooters,
I'm giving away tickets to the World Match.
Right.
Damn right I am. So that being said, and I had to say that being said there, they're going to set up a tailgate, and they wanted to know if I wanted to go downtown, sit at Centennial Park and watch the big screens and watch the game and just be a part, go up to a couple of the booths. Do you buy yourself a U.S. shirt or another shirt or a World Cup Atlanta shirt 2026? I did go to the World Cup in '94. My members of this would have been my indoor team out of Fayetteville. We all decided to go, and it was like 10 of us that went. And
where was it?
In Dallas, Texas. So we flew out to Dallas, and we saw a game there, and we watched Sweden play Saudi Arabia. Those were the tickets we had. Didn't have U.S. tickets. But the cool thing is we were there for 2 days, saw one game, and just got in the atmosphere, man. It was cool for us to see the world, and the best fans were the Scottish fans and the Irish fans. They sing, they got bagpipes, they're loud, they're rowdy, they're fun to see and hang out with.
Well, that watch parties are the thing. Did you hear about what happened here in Atlanta last night?
No.
They had a watch party in Decatur, the downtown Decatur Square.
Okay.
Driving and Crying played.
Yes, I did see that. Somebody sent me that.
And Peter Buck of REM joined him on stage.
Wow.
So it's a pretty big deal.
That's a big deal.
They had some sort of World Cup watch party down there. So, yeah, those things are popping up in town. But other than that, it's not like I thought it was going to be with the Olympics was here. Yeah. I thought it was going to be similar, but
no, we're just one of the cities. And I think my brothers are disappointed that I didn't go down there. But I got to tell you, as a guy that lived downtown for 20 years, 14th Street and Castleberry Hill, I just don't want to go down there. It's changed. It was rough then, but I was that guy. Now I'm a father. I got kids. I've been outside the perimeter for 7 years. I just don't want to go into that crap.
Yeah.
Does that sound bad?
Yeah. No mas.
Yeah, No Mas. I love No Mas Cantina, but I know what you mean. No more. But go to No Mas. If you are downtown, No Mas Cantina was directly next to my loft. And I got to tell you, man, those guys are fantastic. The food is awesome. It's the best Mexican food you're going to have. It's very authentic.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me. In addition to my minor in tribute band theory, I minored in Mexican food theory.
I need to take you down there. I love the owners. The owners were at my wedding. They were 2 of the guests at my wedding.
Okay. I still still have yet to go.
Stephen and Walt, they're fantastic.
I've yet to go, but it's on my list. So
you need to go there.
Tomorrow night, Mall of Georgia Hooters.
So I want everybody to come out to the Mall of Georgia, especially if you live in the area. I'm not going to lie. I'll probably do the most boring thing in the world just to make it super fair. I'll let people put in tickets, but you must be present to win. I know I'm going to draw the tickets sometime between 6 and 9, and you put your name in, and I'm going to pluck it. And whoever that is, you must be present to win. If you're not there, you got 10 seconds. If you're in the bathroom, I'm sorry. Okay. I go. I move until I get a winner. Then the other one, I'm going to do either the numbers game or Rochambeau.
Rochambeau. I like the Rochambeau. The mass Rochambeau.
Mass Rochambeau. As long as your hands work, you can play.
Did you know by the way, if you don't know, I didn't know this until recently. It's rock, paper, scissors.
It is, but I've added a couple.
There's a restaurant down in Buckhead called Rochambeau.
Did not know that.
It's right at Peachtree Battle.
Oh, is it? Obviously, it's new.
It's a few years old, but
it's new to me.
Yeah, I was like, why is this Rochambeau? What does that even mean?
Right.
And they're like, oh, it's rock, paper, scissors. I never knew that's what you called that game.
Yeah.
Until I went to this restaurant just last year.
See, and I always called it rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
But my kids call it Rochambeau. So it's back. That word is what they call it.
Yeah, it was not called that in the 80s.
No. So what I do to eliminate more people is I do rock, paper, scissors, and then I do dynamite. I added dynamite.
Oh, what kills dynamite?
All right, dynamite blows up rock. Scissors cuts the fuse, and paper smothers it. So I keep up with that. Then at Hooters, I started this. So I should do this at Mall of Georgia tomorrow night, Wednesday. Make sure you see the banner up. Be there. It's the 24th on your calendar tomorrow. Garden tool. And so garden tool can rip out the fuse. Rock crushes garden tool, but garden tool also rips the paper.
This is just confuses the people that can't keep track are going to be out the first couple of rounds.
It's a way to eliminate a lot of people quick when you offer 5 choices.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but we're going to have some winners. And I just want to say we're talking to you right now from the Exit Wealth Studios right here in Alpharetta, Georgia. It is the Yeah Come On Show. Now it's time to get into Steve MZ, and Steve MZ is brought to you today by, I'm going to give this one to a big sponsor who's doing something incredibly insane, but if it works out, it works out. We're going to go with Elite Finishes. Mm-hmm. Elite Finishes. I just want to make sure I say that. That is a painting company. They are brilliant inside and out. They can do small jobs, but they handle the big jobs. They're not the most expensive. They're definitely not the cheapest. But, man, they are maybe the best. I've got some background on these guys. I've worked with them, and they just did my kitchen, and I was blown away. So I'm not going to send you to somebody that I don't think is absolute rock star. I mean, dude, the sanding and then primer and then sand again and primer and then paint over and then sand and paint. I'm like, that's how you do it.
Yeah, that paint is going to stick. Yeah, it's EliteFinishesGA.com. And if you book your job before July 1st.
Second. I think he's giving it till July 2nd.
Before July 2nd. If you book it by then, and the Braves win the World Series in the fall.
Which they could.
You're going to get that paint job for free.
You are going to get it for free if the Braves win the World Series. Why not take a chance? There's only 3 spots left. You have to schedule by July 2nd. So contact EliteFinishesGA.com. Well, death, Jeff. They passed away. I know you don't like the term dead.
Yeah.
It's just not they died, but we lost some big ones. I will start with the one that we lost first. James Tolkien. Good old James Tolkien. Lived from 1931 to 2026. Tell me you know who he is.
He was the principal in Back to the Future, and he was the sergeant or whatever in Top Gun.
Not the sergeant.
Bald head.
He was the captain of the ship that they were on, and he literally goes, Maverick, you screw up this much, and you'll be flying rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong.
Yeah, and the principal in Back to the Future.
Yeah, 2 great roles. And if you look, he's a great supporting actor.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of roles, had that very cool look. There you go. There's our man. and he passed away. That's sad.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, he's A-lister, maybe B-lister.
B-lister in A movies.
Yeah.
He's a B-lister in A movies.
Yes.
If I would get his autograph
Yeah.
from Top Gun. I would. And then one that died.
Strickland. I'm sorry, I was distracted.
Strickland.
Principal Strickland was his name in Back to the Future.
Wow, you've seen Back to the Future
Oh
a
yeah,
few times.
Oh yeah.
All right, I couldn't have given you that answer. And then Clive Davis.
Yeah, that's a big one. And he was old. I mean, I don't know how old he was, but he was definitely had to be well into his 80s.
Yeah, Clive
if not
Davis.
90s. But yeah, the music business. I mean, we could spend.
Do you call him the music business?
You could. I would. Him and David Geffen. I would call the music business. And unfortunately, David Geffen, I don't know how old he is, but he's up there too. Because they were kind of like rivals back in the early 70s.
100%.
The record business really took off. But Clive, of course, signing Janis Joplin, Bruce Springsteen. He worked for Columbia Records first.
Okay.
In the late 60s, early 70s. And I think at some point, I'm doing this off the top of my head.
Sure. I'm about to say, I'm looking at a few facts, but you're doing fine.
And at some point, and this probably isn't in the article you're reading, but I think he got in a little trouble for expensing some things when he worked at Columbia Records, like a party or something personal. It was kind of blurry. And he had to resign from Columbia Records, and then he started Arista Records.
Yeah, he was found naked with the Go-Go's.
No.
I just made that up.
He's gay.
Yeah.
He's gay.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Who knew? Well, Clive died 94 years old.
Wow. He was still like working.
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of like, okay, is it that time to retire and enjoy your life? No, he was just so passionate. He was still, they called him golden years.
Golden years.
He knew the songs.
And he would also give direction on what you should do and not do. And I guess he led Whitney Houston into The Bodyguard and like what songs.
Oh, yeah. He created. He discovered her and signed her and promoted her. Like, it was like if you got in his good side, if he got behind you, you were going to make it.
100%.
Story. Here in Atlanta, LaFace Records was, part of his family of his empire of Arista. And I believe he also kind of gave our guy Butch Walker a lot of opportunity to produce artists on Arista. So I think Butch Walker actually worked with him as well.
Now that's huge. I did not know he worked with Butch Walker. He just worked with so many different artists. Nor did I know he was gay. See, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, people. We don't need Pride Months and things. Do you just have fun?
Maybe I don't know. There's a great documentary on him on Netflix. I think he was married though. He was married for a long time, but it was kind of known he was also.
I think he just tasted life.
Yeah,
he did it all. He did it all. We do have also, speaking of death, they say it comes in threes. Is there any? Do you have any prediction if you had to? And this is a dark thing that radio does, but we are a 4-hour radio show trying to get it done in 30 minutes or less. Live without a net. This is definitely live, and I didn't ask you this, but I like putting people on the spot. My whole career was on the spot, so I can do it to you. Who do you think is going to die next? Is there anybody, outside of being sick or like a shocker, who would be a third death? I can tell you what scares me. I think it could be a Rolling Stone. Because you're hearing now that Keith Richards, he's been in the news a little bit. He's kind of quit, he quit smoking, still smokes pot, but like quit cigarettes and did a few things. They always said if Keith Richards quit doing drugs, he'd die as a joke. But I don't know. That's kind of where my head is. Something unexpected that the world will be like, damn, something that will dominate the news cycle for like 2 days.
So you're saying it'll be an A-lister?
It'll be an A-lister.
Yeah. I'm going to take an easy one. Like if this were Deathpool Dave, this would not pay good odds.
Okay.
Frankie Valli. He was been, if you've seen clips of him, he's been touring and he just kind of stands there. He lip syncs. Yeah. But he just canceled a lot of shows. I think he's done. He said he had
a lot of our young people aren't going to know who Frankie Valli is.
Yeah. Well, Jersey Boys. That's the most recent thing.
Okay.
You didn't even know Frankie Valli was.
I know who he is. I know of him.
It was the Jersey Boys. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. That's what the movie's about.
He's not the one that dated Annette Bunicello.
No, that's Frankie Avalon.
See? I got my Franks mixed up.
Yeah, your 60s Franks mixed up.
Yeah, that's what happens. Lastly, in Steve MZ, Nancy Guthrie. This is a sad story that we've been covering, but there's been new information that's out there. Nancy Guthrie, 84 years of age, and of course, she is the mother of Savannah Guthrie. And we love the Today Show. We have the fortunate experience to have Chloe Malas on when schedule permits, who is the entertainment reporter for NBC and the Today Show and friends with Savannah. We've only talked to her. We've passed along our condolences. What a horrific thing. She still doesn't know anything, and she has to live with this. Her mother wasn't murdered. Her mother was kidnapped with a ransom letter. And now there's been a little bit of an update, and here it is on Steve MZ on the Yeah Come On show.
We received your message, and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Will pay. Wow.
I mean, here's the thing. We all know, unless you're a sole operator and you talk to no one and you're great at doing things without people noticing, you could go forever without being found, without being charged or ever giving up any information. I don't think this thing was that neat and tidy, but it seems to be. Because you think someone would slip, so they're hoping there's 3, 4, 5 people that know somebody slips or a friend of somebody slips and comes in for the money.
Or, rats him out. This is the plot of the movie Ransom. Do you remember the movie Ransom with Mel Gibson in the 90s?
Yeah, he didn't want to pay, and the wife did, and they were at odds. Am I wrong?
No, maybe.
I forget the plot.
Well, the thing was, he went on. There was a ransom, and he went on TV saying, "This $1 million is not going to you. It's going to go to whoever turns you in." So he was hoping that someone would rat,
and that freaked the wife out because they thought they were going to kill the person or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
It was his son.
But it was a group of people that did the kidnapping, and he thought, and then the story was about the kidnappers all fighting against each other because they thought they were going to rat each other out.
Right.
Give me back my son. That was the line from that movie.
Give me back. Yeah, God, movies are great, and that's Steve MZ.
Congratulations!
Mike is out of control. Because
come on, I'm seeing an empty booth, so I can't blame Mike today.
Yeah, Mike's not here today.
Mike is not here.
This might be on me, so we're gonna go.
Might be on you. I got no buttons. Here's what I got.
Hey, this is South.
Wait. Okay.
No, here's what I got. I got a damn iPhone, and I got a daily planner and a bottle of water.
All right.
It's you.
Okay, it's me, but we're gonna do this until we get ours together.
Hey, this is Southside Steve, and I'm in Marietta at Small Sliders. Small Sliders off Windy Hill, just before Cobb Parkway, and we're going to show you today that Small Sliders is for everybody. Hey man, how's it going?
Good. Thank you for sliding through. Can I get a name for your order?
Slide through, dude. That's very cool. Yeah, I'm actually got a golf game, and I thought this would be perfect.
Oh yeah.
Just to grab something. Let me get your number 2.
Would that be all for you?
Yeah, that'll do it, man.
All right. Thank you for sliding through. They'll be ready for you right there.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. What's going on?
Thanks for sliding through. Can I get a good name for your order?
Yeah, come on. Put Stud.
All right, Stud.
A little tailgate going on at the house.
Who's playing?
Falcons. Woo! Come on.
All right, what can I get for you today?
Let me get, because it's going to be a bunch. Do you have one of those boxes we can use?
A party pack?
Yeah.
A party pack comes with 25.
25. Let's do 25 sliders. I got a lot of people coming over. And I don't need any drinks. We got beer. How you doing?
Good, and you? Thanks for sliding through.
Thought I'd get
nice.
something to eat. It's
Yeah.
always good to eat first. That way you can drink more.
Yeah. Can I get a name for the order?
Steven.
All right, Steven, what can I get for you?
Well, I'll tell you what you can get for me. First off, I like what I said. And I mean that as far as sliders. Let's go ahead and go with the number 3 combo. I'm a little hungry.
Will that be all for you?
Yeah, that's it.
All
That's
right.
it. I don't know what you're doing tonight, but come to town. We'll be in Atlanta and Buckhead for one party.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's my card. Anytime you're available, I'm always available. Thanks for the small sliders.
Thank you.
Who were those crazy guys? No matter what, we all have one thing in common, and that's small sliders. We love them. Right here off Windy Hill, just before Cobb Parkway in Marietta, Georgia. Yeah, come on.
Polydictainment.
I just want to mention real quick. I like it when local Atlanta, Georgia stories go national. I just saw this article in Newsweek about even Newsweek, which I guess is kind of a liberal, maybe left-leaning publication.
A little bit.
But even there, doesn't look good for Keisha Lance Bottoms in terms of the governor's race this fall. Now that Rick Jackson has won, the Republican. I didn't even realize Keisha Lance Bottoms was running.
Oh, I did.
Until, later on, because there wasn't such a big fight. I don't think there was anybody. But did she have anybody running against her?
No, it's
in the
kind of
primary?
like she was picked, so to speak. And, I don't know what the Democrat Party is thinking. And for anybody that thinks, now, does she seem like she's fun to hang out with? Fine. Yeah, I get it. And Lance Bottoms, there's something about the name that's kind of fun. Keisha Lance Bottoms, like whatever. You know where I'm going. But that chick, and I say chick as mayor, was horrific.
Yeah.
Horrific.
Well, I never. Did you live down there?
Yes,
you were mayor.
No, I lived
Was she
down
mayor
there.
when you lived down there?
Yes, and when I lived there, it was bad. Much better under Maynard Jackson and Andy Young.
Well, that's a long time ago.
I know, but I'm just giving you some of the background. And also I got to tell you that for me, Bill Campbell was cool. And that was around the Olympics and after. Now, Bill, when you were around Bill, you knew he was a little too much fun. He probably had something to hide, and he did, and he went to jail, but we're past that.
Right, he did, didn't he? He was corrupt. He had some...
A little bit. He was fun, though.
Yeah.
Everybody loved him. I was around him. I flew in the blimp with Andy, that famous crazy guy from Christopher Rude and the Wake Up Crew that lived out in wherever he was. Andy. Hi, I'm Andy.
Oh, wait, not Vern.
No, Andy is the one that cleaned off Fulton Industrial. He cleaned Fanny's, their parking lot, and was the trash guy at a strip club. He'd gone through the windshield a couple of times. I think he had a couple of accidents that put him through a windshield. I mean, how does it happen to somebody twice? I know it happened one good time, little mental deal, but fun. And we played the Andy Griffith soundtrack under him. Well, I go up in a blimp. That is at the time the Kroger blimp, and they're going to change it for the Olympics. And Bill Campbell goes up, and we're allowed to bring a guest, me and a guest. Instead of doing a winner, they thought it would be funny for me to take him up. And Andy's like, "So you're the mayor, right? No, governor? What do you do? Are these your kids?" I mean, he just was the constant. So it was a very fun interview. We went live. Bill drove the blimp, and so did I. We both got in the seat, and I hung out with him, and then I did different shows with him. I hosted the Can Ball because he liked me. I wore a tuxedo, raising money for the city, but he was a great mayor. But Keisha Lance Bottoms is known for being against the police, letting the businesses burn over the.
Oh yeah, she was mayor in 2020.
Yes.
Yeah.
She let the businesses burn.
That alone, out.
She's out. That Wendy's, which I frequented, and right there off the interstate, off 75. So she is not a good. I don't think she's a good person. I mean, she does not like law enforcement. She stands for everything she shouldn't, and she let businesses burn. You don't become, I'm sorry, the governor when you can't run a city.
Yeah, that's not happening. But I have to do a quick joke real quick that I did when I was trying to do stand up back in the 90s when Bill Campbell was mayor.
All right, so you did a joke on Bill?
Well, it's not about him. He's just part of the punchline.
What were your years of comedic behavior?
94 to 96.
And you lived in L.A.?
No. That was later on.
That's when you went out. Did you go out to be a comedian or an actor?
No, actor, writer, anything. The hardest working man trying to get into show business.
Yeah, gotcha.
But one of my jokes here was, this is around the time that Nev Campbell was big, with Party of Five.
Right.
Scream.
Hot. I always thought she was attractive.
So my joke was, you ever get so drunk you go home with a girl and she looks like Nev Campbell, and then you wake up and she looks like Bill Campbell?
I would have laughed at that. No, that is what you call. That's a good. I look at laughter in bases. That you first base me, second base me, or you floored me.
Yeah. Is that a single or a double?
That was a single.
Okay.
In other words, but that makes me like you, and I'm waiting to hear what you got to say next.
Okay.
You've already got me giggling.
I could continue that. That could stay in the set.
Yeah, and if you had been really funny up to that, that's even going to be funnier. You could throw it in towards the end of the set just as a quick one-off.
Okay.
Because that was funny.
All right.
All right. Well, there you go.
That's good to know. Anyway, I just feel like with all the publicity of the runoff between Rick Jackson and Burt Young, that they just have so much more name recognition, so much more momentum.
Mean Burt Jones?
Burt Jones. What'd I say?
Young.
That's because I watched Back to School over the weekend, and Burt Young's in that movie.
I just like it when I correct somebody because I live a life of being corrected. So that was fun for me. But I will say that Trump came in. I will say, I got to quit saying that too. Trump comes in and he jumps on Jones, and at the last second, I also voted for Jones. I did,
but
I got a big push in the end, and I did some research. But if you think I'm not going to vote for Jackson, I'll walk to vote for that guy.
So even Newsweek agrees that it's probably going to win. Do you know the last Democratic governor we had was?
Jimmy Carter.
No.
He was the governor when I was in the 6th and 7th grade, or 5th or 6th grade.
Roy Barnes.
I remember
99 to 2003 was the last time we had a Democratic governor, and it's been Republican.
Wow.
Ever since, and it looks like will continue to be for the next 4 years?
Yeah, but does it help the way they run the city of Atlanta?
No,
does not. Once again, you're off on your buttons.
I know. Well, I've been out of practice because we got Mike doing most of it.
Mike isn't
here. He's out today. So
I know. I look back. I said no Mike today. And you know what's funny? Mike didn't call into me. He called into you.
Well, yeah, because he works under me. I work under you. He works under me.
Okay, because I was wondering why he didn't call me. The kid. This is the first day Mike's missed since he started.
Yeah.
And boy, you're rusty as hell over there. All right, sports is brought to you by Regal Nissan. Go over there, ask for Skipper. Skipper is a sportsman on this station, but he's also the service manager. So walk in, ask for him. Hopefully you drive a Nissan or an Infiniti, and they're going to take care of you. And there's always a come on deal. I promise you'll save. And I'm not just bragging, but I guess I am. I think it's the best service department. I love Regal Nissan for selling vehicles, new and used. And I know everybody over there, and I know a lot of people in other car dealerships. Regal is for real.
Yeah, come on!
Sports. Well, you know what? We started something new in sports, and I want to do this. I don't know if this is the area we do it, but douche comes in a lot of flavors. But I'm doing a segment called Douche of the Day, and it's available for anybody that wants to sponsor it.
Yeah, well, I talked about this with Mike when he called in sick. Because there are, like you said, douches in every kind of life form, industry, it can be a floating segment. It could be a political douche, a sports douche, an entertainment douche, or just a general douche. So the douche of the day can fall under any one of our segments. That was Mike's idea.
Mike, wherever you are at home, I got to tell you, if you're watching, that was very good. I like it. So this douche comes in as a sporting douche. And what is a douche? A douche is a person that's just they're stupid, or they're an idiot, or they're not thinking, they're not paying attention, or they're just not aware. And this one, or they're an a-hole. There are a-holes. Yeah. I've got a douche of the day coming up that'll be in Steve MZ that's going to blow you away. But here we are, your sports douche. It's a fan of cycling. That's who the douche of the day is.
So this is some German bike race. You can see they're all drinking beer.
Yeah.
You see they had
lots of Germans.
They had glasses of beer out on the street.
Glasses of beer, which is not good because they will pop a tire. You would think they would be plastic, but they've got glasses of beer. And this woman, I mean, watch it again because it happens quickly. She's in a, what do you call those things?
Like the little motor scooter.
Yeah, they got a term for them. I can't think what they're called. But whatever.
Electric wheelchair? It's like a scooter, motor scooter.
Well, that was very proper of you. Electric wheelchair. No, it's like a there's a
scooter.
No, there's a silly name on it. Not like Yugo. It's something funny, and I can't think of it. But I see them at Kroger. You know how you see them at
Yeah,
Publix?
yeah.
And you always look at the person on it and like, are you lazy or hurting?
Yeah.
This woman or this person looks like they're capable of walking to the refrigerator, but not much more. But you talk about not paying attention. Watch it again.
Those polls right out. Maybe she had a few too many of those beers.
Maybe she did. Drunk on one of those things. Either way, that is the douche of the day. I did want to mention quickly, while you sizzled me, I will tell you that the World Cup is happening. We talked about it earlier. My family is currently down there now. The Rickmans are there, and they are hanging out watching on the widescreen like everybody else. There's places to go, but obviously the games are being held in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium and the Cup matches. And we only got 8 2026 FIFA World Cup matches. And, Jeff, that is why it's not like the Olympics. We only got 8 of the games, and there's a lot of games. So there's games. You got to look at your schedule, see what's going on. I can tell you that let's see, Spain's played here already. You missed that one. South Africa's played. Looking at my watch, it is the 23rd, 24th. Morocco versus Haiti. There is absolutely nothing in that for me. Yourself?
No, nothing at all.
Yeah, but
Other than if there's a watch party that I could go see a band like Driving and Crying. Oh, wait, I missed that. That was last night.
well, there's our watch parties
Yeah.
for other games, and that's what my family's going to. There is no game in Atlanta today. They thought the crowd would be smaller. They're going for a watch party.
Okay.
So there's World Cup every day, but the next game is Wednesday, June 24th, while Jeff and I are at Hooters. If you can't make it to Hooters, you might want to go see Morocco and Haiti. And that was all brought to you by North Atlanta Golf Carts and Rapstar USA. Jeff and I are getting our filming ready. I'm holding it out there. We may film possibly on Thursday this week. If you're free, I'm asking you on the fly. We are going to go out there, and we've got 2 buses, a rock bus and a Trump bus that we're going to get on that he's wrapped. And Rapstar USA, WRAP, Star USA, for your business, for your personal car, for your boat, whatever you've got. Definitely mention the Yeah Come On show. Danny and I have been buddies, God, almost 30 years. And you can't look or find a finer person than Danny or Danny Jr. And they're there. And Jeff, if you want to get a bus, and I still think we should do something like this down the road, just take people to a show out of state, travel back, and just everybody ride safe.
We are working up to that. I'm definitely in with that for sure.
Yeah,
we'll
I
figure
think-
out a great show to go to, even if we just go to the casino.
That's
You know,
it.
you could always go to Harrah's.
We could go to Harrah's on a Star Coach. So Star Coaches is out there. He rents buses to rock stars, but you can be a rock star too, especially if you got like 80 of your friends. It's cheap. It's now time for Track 13.
Yeah, Track 13. I'm going to throw one at you right now just because I've already had it in my head. I've been listening to this song the past couple of days.
And I've got one for you, and I'm going to blow your mind. You don't have to use mine either, or we'll see.
Well, what's yours?
All right, mine is going to get you. Do you remember Prince and the Revolution?
Yeah.
Do you remember the girls in the band? They started in the movie Purple Rain to do their own thing. They had a song. They wanted him to listen to it. He never listened to it until he felt bad after his dad died and he screwed over his girlfriend. And then he did Purple Rain with their cassette with the music they had started.
Okay. What song is it? I don't know.
Well, do you remember their names?
No.
Wendy? All right, I'm looking. I've got it here in my picture. Stand by. Stand by. This is a deep cut. Tell me yours because I've talked. Oh, here it is. I got it. All right. They're based out of Minneapolis because Prince was.
Yeah.
It's Wendy and Lisa. And the song is called Waterfall.
This is in Purple Rain, the movie?
No, this is after the movie, probably 8 years, 10 years after. They did a song called Waterfall. They legitimately did their own thing aside being in the revolution for Prince.
Okay.
But when you saw Prince play, he pretty much kept his unit once after Purple Rain. It was Wendy and Lisa, and they were lead guitar and keyboards. He had the same drummer, and the bass player, I think, was the same guy. People that you remembered in the movie if you went to see him in concert, he kept the same band members. But at some point, I think they left the Revolution. But this
Yeah.
is their own song. So it's way 13. They're 13 and the cut's 13, but it's good. So tell me what you got.
All right, Wendy and Lisa. No, we'll do mine tomorrow. Wendy and Lisa. What's the name of the song?
Waterfall.
Wendy and Lisa, Waterfall.
And I got to show you something. This is the Wendy. I don't know which one's which. I think Wendy is the guitarist and Lisa's the keyboardist. Wendy's got this thing that she does in the video, and she's like, and it's actually cool. It's her own thing, and they're dancing the same way Prince does. I think you're going to love the video, and you're going to love the song.
All right, video is in the description. Just click the link. It is track 13 on the Come On Show.